But I didn't have this family support at the time. You know, when I was younger, I had a great, you know, everybody knows my my video about my mom being on drugs. When I was younger, before she got on drugs, my mom instilled in me, you know, a lot of stuff that was great as far as the importance of education, the importance of being a good person, the importance of helping people out. That's how I was. So, but when she got on drugs, I was basically on my own. So, I'm in college with none of the family support. So, a guy named Russell, I'm going to put names up. He saw me at the club. He was for like my first semester, first month and a half of my semester. He would see me at the club and he was like, man, I got to get you. La la la, you need to go ahead and make this money. Trying to trick with me. It's nothing but prostitutes out there. I'm like, dude, go fuck with them. I'm not a prostitute. Get the fuck out of my face. You know, I'm feeling real disrespected. Because, you know, at the time, I thought differently. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, go fuck with them. So, as time went on, at the time at my college, they didn't have a laundromat at the college. So I would have to walk my fucking clothes all the way down the street to the laundromat to wash them. Or wash them in the sink at the dorm. So, you know, I had to sneak and do it because I didn't want to be embarrassed in front of motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? So, as time went on, it just got harder and harder and less money. I got my refund check. My refund check was slowly but surely going. I'm trying to stretch it and budget it out. But towards the end of that first semester, it started to get hard. Shit was hard, and I didn't have nobody to call. I was the parent of my family. So I was trying to advance myself and do what I was supposed to do. But still was hard. I still had to eat. I still had to have shit to washing powder and shit to wash my clothes. I still had to pay for books. I still had to do all this stuff that wasn't, you know, that materials for my classes. I still had to do all this stuff, and money gets that shit. Not being Mother Teresa Trini. That don't get my shit done. So, Russell one night is on campus, sees me, you know, and the rest is history. I give in to the temptation, you know, make it happen. He just wanted to, you know, do some simple shit for a lot of money. And I took the money and we made it happen. And the rest is history. It was the easiest shit I've ever done. It was over in 10 minutes. Went back to my dorm. Was like, man, that was the easiest shit. And I just made more money than any check at any job had ever gave me at one time. So, 19, I took my money, filled up my refrigerator in my room, bought me washing powder, had food to eat for the rest of the semester, and it was all good. Everybody is not in the same situation as you. This is to the people who is judging other people for doing what they want to do. Everybody. Yes, as time went on, I wasn't in that desperate need, and I continued to escort. That's when it became because of laziness, and I didn't want to get off my ass.
And it does get, and you get lazy because especially if you are, especially when money comes fast, like because you put up an ad and people, you know, you can almost bank on when you're gonna make some money because it's like, you know, oh, I'm about to make some money. So you get to the point to where, oh, you don't want to really do nothing else because your job has become so easy. Like, you know, people are paying you just because you're you. You know what I'm saying?
And it's bad to become complacent. It's really bad to become complacent. And I do admit that at one point, the money was so good and so easy, and I was advancing in my transsexualism through this money. I was getting tits done. I was getting all this stuff that I wanted.
$1,000 weeks to shopping spree.
You know, we oh my God, we would go and spend $2,000-3,000
in a couple days.
In one mall trip. In one mall trip, we spending thousands of dollars because, you know, we was making money. And we could live that life. And you know, that's why we have an infatuation with celebrities, to have that kind of life. You feel what I'm saying? So it happens. You get complacent, which is not good. And I had to learn to get out of that. So now I think of escorting as a trade. You know, there's a saying that you give a man a fish, you can feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. This is my trade. I will never go broke. I will never be hungry. Yes, I want a career. A year from now, I want to start my psychology career, whatever that may be in. However, if anything goes wrong, if somebody fires me because I'm a transsexual, bitch, I can always put an ad on E-roll.
And it's not even that. My thing is this: no matter what I'm doing, I want to keep doing my music, and I want to. My stuff as far as school, I want to be able to, make sure all my career stuff, it takes off from there too. But I just honestly think that if somebody offers me money, do I just say no, I don't want it?
Right. I can understand that. It's going to get to a point where you're so financially stable that, you don't really have to do any of that.
And it's not even about doing that. It's like, but what happens? Do you just say, if somebody comes to me and says, hey Ty, I have $300, I would love to come and give it to you.
Later on, I feel like I wouldn't be like that. Now?
Yeah, fucking right. Okay. I don't care how much money I have. I think that I'm going to be that way. Like, okay, come on over. Depends on what I'm doing as far as like my relationship stuff. Like if I'm married and my husband,
if I'm single, it's all hoes bar. I'm getting your money. Simple as that.
I mean, cause I just can't see myself saying, "Oh no, I don't care how financially settled I am. Oh no, I don't want it. It's okay. Just
I just try to I try to get people to understand that I understand. And Ty just said that she understands. I understand that the anger that you have.
But why be angry?
No, I don't. I don't understand.
I don't understand your anger. I understand your concern.
I understand that this is not for you.
Exactly, and I understand that you're concerned for other people. I understand your concern for you want to make sure girls are okay and all that. And I live for that. I live for that. Bro.
Ironically, most of the girls that say something negative about escorting, not all, but most, are not passable girls.
I don't think you have to do it.
That's real. Think about all the girls that talk shit about escort that we know.
I mean, yeah, they're not necessarily attractive in that kind of way. However, but this is my thing though. I think some people what we're talking about before we start the video, that false sense of womanhood. It's like, girl,
you're a transsexual. I don't care what you bitches are on. You are not. We are trying to we're trying to represent ourselves as that. But because you were born with a penis, you're not a man, because you're trying to transition to something else, but you're not a natural born woman. There's a difference between a transsexual. I don't care how fucking fine and beautiful and that I am. We were raised differently. Our genetics are different. Our DNA are different. The way we think, we know that men and women think totally different. So we know that. That's scientifically proven. That there is totally different. It's different. We don't think like men. We don't think like women. We are an entity in our own self. We are transsexuals. Accepted. We are not women. We are not men. We are us. That's what I think.
I slightly different with that, because I do feel like as though I'm a woman. I do know that I'm a transsexual woman. I do know that. And I realize that, no matter what, I know that Vonsil and Doug didn't raise me to be a woman. So I know they told me that, okay, it's cute for me to have sex with all these different girls and all this other kind of stuff. And they made jokes about it. Coming up,
my mom,
they made jokes about it.
My mom said at 13, she had told me this early on. My mom said that at 13, She was going. Now this is irresponsible parenting. This is before all the drugs and all that. My mom said that all her sons, she was gonna pay somebody to give them some head at 13.
Now my son Doug wasn't that. My son Doug wasn't that wild.
She said it as a joke, but even the joke implied that.
Honey, it's okay for you to
it's
be
okay as a boy
slutball.
to be a slutball, as a boy to be, you know, promiscuous and to sow your royal oats. It's okay. Nobody would ever even play around and say, I'm gonna pay my daughter to get some dick.
Oh.
Nobody would ever say that.